It is revealed that she has a warrant for not appearing in court.
You failed to appear on a court appearance for, what was it, expired license? So your Mississippi driver's license is expired. Okay, and the registration.
Is different than hijacks. Dr. Jeff Meldrum claims he always held an interest in the possibility of such creatures, and he is certainly more aggressive against skepticism than most. Patterson's documentary's first claim is largely about this grainy footage. Meldrum has stated, elegantly, I may add, that he was at the age wherein he was not yet, quote, indoctrinated concerning what could and what could not exist. Indeed, it seems his knee-jerk reaction to this film is similar to mine. If the creature that has been described for thousands of years over multiple continents is real, this is what it looks like. He has a PhD in anatomical sciences with an emphasis on biological anthropology. He is considered a global authority on the development of human foot morphology and the history of the mechanisms of bipedal walking. He never actually says it, but it stretches the imagination that he would choose such a specialized field, unrelated to his interest in the Sasquatches. With the llamas gone, they were now downsized to what they could carry on their backs. They went deeper into Six Rivers National Forest, hoping they could come upon an environment more conducive to tracking, when Meldrum came upon what he refers to as, quote, apparent foot impressions. He says the earth was too firm to cast the indentations, but he calls them unambiguous. He said they were 16ths. Meldrum's companion woke him up, didn't know what he had just heard, but it was enough to rule out the possibility of sleep within the foreseeable future. And as the two men laid in their individual tents, they began to hear footsteps, ever closer, as if circling. Then they heard what Meldrum referred to as a clacking sound in rapid succession. Quote, rocks, or perhaps teeth. And not only was it a dark night, but there was fog. And the fog weakened the scope of their flashlights. They sat in the cold and the dark until he did not rule out bear from the nocturnal happenings. But as far as the rock was concerned, he ruled out bear in the moist grass. The grass was still in the process of straightening to point to the sky, and the next morning brought rain that would not relent for 24 hours, so nothing happened. But the day after the nighttime encounter, Meldrum hiked through a game trail when a, quote, softball-sized rock landed without warning beside him. I've personally received reports of that myself, and what I find so interesting about it, they're probably wasting their time hoaxing Bigfoot and should probably be in the Olympics. Meldrum maintains that the softball-sized rock was airborne. There were no high points for it to fall from, and it rolled after it landed. It ended up only a few feet away from him. Now Meldrum is very careful. To be clear, whoever was going through the supplies took off into the night at the sound of the scientists' shout. Again, Meldrum rushed from his tent. But there was no Bigfoot. But his backpack lay open. A bag of food supply sat on the ground, quote, like an open grocery bag. A flavor...
How are they hacking?